from Try It Like It Created, and today we're going to be doing some paint pouring, but probably not what you expect for paint pouring. We're going to test out some Liquitex acrylic mediums, and they have 3 different kinds. So let me show you, and they look very, very similar, but if you look at the bottle itself, you can tell right here, it says gloss, and then this one says iridescent, and this one says matte. So what I have here in front of us is just some plain acrylic paint, and then I have the stir sticks and the medium. So we're just going to add about the same amount of medium, maybe 1.5 times the paint to begin with, to see what the difference is. And you can see that the medium, that one was the iridescent, and so it looks like it. I don't know if it shows up on camera or not. But the medium is a lot thinner than the acrylic paint. So I am just going to stir, make sure we've got the paint incorporated really well. And I can see here, I don't need to add any water or anything because this seems to be a pretty good consistency. And a lot of times with the medium, you may want less paint to medium. I did like 1.5 times. But if you're doing paint pouring, you're probably going to use a lot more medium than that. And so here you can see that it's kind of faded the color a little bit. And of course it's more pearlescent looking because this is the iridescent one. The first one was the matte. And then this one here is the glossy. So once you've stirred up your medium, and you can see color-wise for the purple, they seem pretty similar to each other as far as how it, or if it's adjusted the color in any way. So now I'm going to bring in my pan, and I just have a piece of chipboard here. So let me show you. And then I have the paper labeled here at the bottom as to what we're doing. So the first one here is the gloss, and I am just going to pour that on the paper and let that sit. This one is the iridescent. And you can see that it's pouring out of the cup fine. And this one has some pearlescent swirls in it, which is different from what I'm seeing with the gloss and different from what I am seeing with the matte. All right, and now I'm just going to tip those to see how they drip and move. And they do seem to do pretty much the same. All right, and so I'm going to set this aside, let it dry overnight, and then we'll come back and compare what the different mediums look like. So I wanted to share with you the results of the Liquitex pouring medium, and these aren't completely dry. I mean, if in the thick areas, if I push, I can still feel some movement, but I think that they're dry enough for us to compare. And so what we have here is the gloss, and I see the most gloss here in the thickest part of the paint, but you can see that the light is reflecting off and that it is somewhat glossy. This is the iridescent, and I don't know, I guess I expected more from the iridescent, but I do see some of it there in the swatch. I can see that there's movement, and I'm thinking, you know, I see it up in here that there is some pearlescent quality to it, and I'm thinking with lighter colors you might actually see more, but there is definitely a difference between the iridescent and the gloss. I see a difference, and this one is definitely lighter, so there is a whiter element to it here. And then the matte is matte, and if we got the gloss and the matte close to each other, color is the same, and you can see that yes, this is a glossy surface and that this is more of a matte surface. So there definitely 3 different qualities here to the pour medium. Although I think when it comes down to making a pour painting, I'm not sure that it would matter much as to which one that you chose, especially if you're going to coat your painting afterwards. If you're going to put some kind of finish on top of it, like a resin or something, I don't think that whether or not your pour is glossy or matte is going to matter much. So there you have it. I hope you found this to be helpful, and I would love to know which one you like the most.